Well, the first year we spent 14,000 plus man hours on lean for 1 hour every morning. We did stretch and flex. We did our 2-second improvement.
What do you think of lean?
I love lean now. 2 years ago tomorrow, I hated lean because I didn't understand it. And the thing I hated the most was 2-second improvements. Because I
Yeah, you
like,
hated this guy right here, right?
Yeah,
This guy was
was a nightmare. Now he's my dream.
easy.
So, now today, two years today, I have so many 2-second improvements.
Lean, Spanish, English, whatever.
Okay, lean is lean. Lunch down here, right?
Yeah.
You got all your tools here. You got some Kaizen foam here, inset with your blades. And then you have all your drill bits very well labeled. And then of course your grinding discs all up here, very clear. Knee pads, gloves, your tape. Your cleaners are right here on the end.
Drawers with the more tools. Here.
Wow, excellent.
And the other, the bottom.
Wow. Fantastic.
The bottom. Here you go, for more tools. To get it all more stacked the tools.
Has it been worth it?
Basically what we did is we found that, I think we bought this freezer for 200 bucks. And then what we did was
We are in Phoenix, so this makes sense, right?
We
So you have an ice chest?
we supply it with blocks of ice. So once a week,
Kanban card down in the center.
Wow. Oh, the Kanban's a yellow card.
Yes.
Oh, that's
So
excellent.
It has
when you get down there, we need to order.
Oh my gosh, so you don't pull the Kanban out, it just says, hey, when that is uncovered.
You need to order it.
Oh, is that genius or what?
And then-
You guys are so outrageous.
And then they'll take this and they'll flip it over and put that it needs to be ordered. And then when we place the order, whoever places the order then comes in and flips it back over so everybody knows that the ice has been ordered.
This cool improvement here.
So we had designated spots for the pallet jacks around our shop, but newer guys and sometimes guys would forget exactly where they were located. So they're walking around the shop looking for a pallet jack, and somebody came up with the idea of attaching flags to these. So with having the flags on here, we're much easier to identify the pallet jacks around the shop. You can see them almost clearly across the shop when they're more in the open areas. And we have a couple different sizes, so we came up with using the orange for our smaller pallet jacks. And then we have the yellowish green ones for our 6-foot pallet jack.
Which is killer. And then you've got a further improvement. First it was the flags, then the colors, and then the springs. Explain that.
Well, when we first attached these, we didn't have a spring on them, so they're real stiff. So when we go to put them back, or if they catch on anything, the pull would just snap right in half.
Okay.
So somebody came up with adding the spring to them that adds the flex. So no matter how hard you pull on them, they bend with whatever you're running into, and saves you from having to replace the flags.
Nice job. So Ryan, show me this improvement real quick. So this is your autofill for Windex right here.
Correct.
And then you had a problem with people looking for the key all the time. You said you don't really need to lock it. Nobody's going to steal
Right,
anything,
it just
right?
came that way, and somebody's like, well, why do we even need to use a key? And
Okay.
somebody had some of your power mags from FastCap, and they came up with the idea of just siliconing the magnet in place right here.
Right.
And you have the metal tab with the
Right
lock,
there.
and so it just simply attaches with the magnet.
So it's
No
perfect
need
and you're
for a
done.
key.
Nice. This improvement, so they had a problem with one time someone ran into the door. So they put this, the door's always all the way up when they're going out with a forklift, or just always up, period. And notice where they put it, right by the button control. So here you're always looking at the procedure right next to where you'd ask the question. A little segue, so they have to use alcohol to wipe off all the metal frames all the time. So filling the alcohol bottle is a pain in the butt, right? They've got their can up here, their safety for flammable, and watch how they do this. Go ahead, Ryan, explain. Okay, so here we go. We've got a bottle of alcohol. How thoughtful. And notice the SOP, or the procedure, the standard operating procedures here with the QR code showing them, okay?
And we made the clear bottles because we used to have ones that were solid color and it created an overflow. So you have a visual of seeing how much you go to fill it. So you simply tap through the top here.
And then their handle right here releases the liquid. So as soon as they get full, he can shut it off.
And then when you're done filling it, you just simply
You're
set it back
done.
down.
Wow.
What really prompted this was the fact that you've got to hold this container up before and just
And
supporting
it's a complete struggle.
trying to fill it.
Right.
It would go, you know, this would fall off, it would go everywhere. You're bending over to pour it. You know, now you're up solid.
And
to the
spilling
top.
it and everything else. And now you have an incredible process that makes it all really easy.
Absolutely.
Well done. I'm gonna show us one more thing. So this big contraption here has to move along their assembly line, but yet it rocks. Go ahead and rock it real quick, Jay. Show us what happens. So it has a little bit of movement, and they don't want the movement in there. Yeah, there we go. So now they got to move it around, but they want to make it stationary. And show us how you did that.
A pneumatic switch to a pneumatic piston,
Go ahead.
down, and I can
So now it's stabilized, and they improved this cart even again on top of this. What I'm noticing here is, I didn't even notice these things the first time we shot the video, was you've got the orange handles, which are huge cues. These are the handles that you need to pull in order for the legs to come down. I'm noticing the rubber pads now. I didn't notice really that you had taken the time to make it all match paint-wise, but now that I see what you're doing, my eyes are tuned in. I really appreciate the respect you're having for your equipment that allows your job to be much easier.
Yeah, and again, it's just, to me, it's an important aspect of just part of it is taking it to that next level that everybody respects it at the end, and so they're now taking on that. You know, all our racks are painted a certain color, just the cleanliness that takes place. All these could be whatever color they came in. We take them and repaint them so they're very visual of what.
Do you know the saying, have you guys ever heard this saying that whenever you get, when Toyota says whenever they get a piece of equipment, it's brand new, it's the worst it will ever be?
Interesting, though. Interesting.
So that piece of equipment was brand new when you bought it, and it was the worst it would ever be. You have continually improved that. Think about that. That is the concept behind TPS. When you get something because of continuous improvement, even though it's brand new, it's been engineered by someone very bright, it is the worst it will ever be when you get it as a continuous improvement person, because you're going to continually improve it.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Here, we got pink binders. Come on, Joe.
Well, that was sensitive. We're a sensitive group of guys in here.
Exactly.
What we did was we decided through a visual color aid that we needed to break up. We have 5 jobs going at the same time, so each job is assigned a different color, which then we go out and try to find the actual binders to correlate with the color, and then we also find the paper to match the binder.
So everything's color coded. So the visual controls, you know this is a particular building and that's a particular building and the red's a particular building. You don't ever have to guess at maybe getting the wrong thing and spend a bunch of time looking around.
Nope. Not at all.
Wow.
And then you also know if he's working on it by him having his paperwork attached. It's pink, so you know that he's working on
Oh
the big
my
building
gosh,
as well.
this is fantastic. Look at that. Great job. I just noticed as I'm walking down here, white binders, and I go, oh, well, look at that, visual controls. This must be another job as opposed to the pink and the green. So I've been here just for 30 seconds in this area. I'm already able to get this. And Joe said to me, oh, we got this from us?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not the case, because you may have got the concept from us, but you took it to a whole nother level. You're way in front of us, Joe.
One is basically we're eliminating a lot of waste in the fact that our guys on the floor will leave their workstation to come to the lavatory. And when they do that, they realize that someone happens to be in there.
And it's a
so
lot
now
of
they
walking.
walk all the way back to their workstation. So now what we did is we created a situation where there's a plunger light inside of the deadbolt lock on the bathroom door. So when someone enters and locks the door, voila.
So when the deadbolt engages, it turns the light on, and that goes there. So it's idiot-proof completely.
Idiot-proof
Or
completely.
Poke-okay.
And it's visible throughout 3 bays of the shop, and the 4th bay is a universal lavatory that has multiple urinals and toilets, so there's no need for them to be traveling all the way back here.
Amazing. Awesome. So these are all the color codes, and I think that's cool. So Craig, you're saying this is the first time you've seen this improvement. So this is where they store all of their fork extensions, so it's very visual. Nobody's digging for anything. It's really easy to get them, and all the different lengths, and they're color coded as well. So you have the red for one length, the black for another length, the green, the gray, and I believe the orange right there, and these are the glass booms up here. I mean, very thoughtfully done. Lance, Nick, and Bob, and Craig is here, and they're gonna kind of give me a little overview on what's going on. So this is your TV screen, Nick, right, that you're playing videos on and teaching everyone.
Absolutely. You're standing in the middle of our circle of trust, and this is where we host our morning meetings and talk about the 8 wastes and the 5 S's, and it's awesome.
This is really crazy. I've never seen this done before. You've got your own job box out here set up with a TV screen. You plug in your computer, you have Wi-Fi, you got it all going on. And so
just the development of the people, you know. I mean, we're, like Nick said, we see people up here that are quiet as a mouse. They wouldn't say anything if they were on fire, and then all of a sudden they're up here running a meeting, you know.
Right.
So it's real cool.
you've got the 8 wastes down here
Yeah.
and 5S'ing.
Oh yeah.
So are you 5S'ing every day?
Every day.
Does every one of your 30 people know the 8 wastes?
I would say it's getting close.
So I'm going to quiz you. Do you know the 8 wastes? I know. There's nothing worse when the cameras go, right?
Overproduction.
Yep.
Transportation.
Yep, you got it.
Excess inventory.
Yep.
Defects.
Yep.
Overprocessing.
You got it.
Wasted potential.
Yeah.
Waiting time.
You got it. You nailed it. Wow. And you weren't even looking up there. Maybe,
not to.
do I try now? You have the TV screen out there, and this is called your Kaizen Connection.
Kaizen Connection, yeah.
Okay, so tell me about that. What's
Well,
going on?
it's got the tablet that we were able to pull from YouTube and,
Okay.
and to use that for the videos. We plug it into the TV out there. Has a Wi-Fi hotspot here.
And look how you have everything labeled. Everything's in Kaizen foam. You've got your speakers here. You're just,
Speakers.
it takes a second to set it up.
Right.
And you make
absolutely.
one unplug right here.
Right here.
That's it. One
Yep.
thing.
And then we'll
look at
plug
the
it in. Plug it in over there.
Look at
so-
this. Look at this. Come on, that is ridiculous.
So yeah.
Bob, you're killing it. So you grab that whole tray, walk out there, plug it in, and you're working. So even setting up the meeting is easy.
It's a matter of seconds.
And it's a never-ending situation, I guess.
You're my hero.